I don't know about you, but I have been dreaming about spring for what feels like a lifetime now. So I went ahead and requested my springtime box from Huckberry. Now Huckberry did send me the products inside of this box as samples for review, but all the opinions in this video are mine and mine alone. I did not share this content with Huckberry prior to publication. They will see this when you do. In addition to that, there will be affiliate links in the description box down below if you're considering buying what is inside of this box or any other product from Huckberry. Please consider using that link. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but I do earn a small commission from that sale. All that money goes back to the channel to help me produce more content so consumers can make informed purchasing decisions. And I will say what's inside of here is also hopefully a couple things that will help to get me back on track this spring. I will say since I did the marathon in November, I've been incredibly lazy, and with the addition of a back injury that I'm still not fully recovered from, the prednisone cravings, they are real. I felt something I haven't felt in probably a decade. My pants are starting to feel a tiny bit tight, so it's time to really start to buckle down and work out as soon as I'm fully recouped 100%. But a couple things inside here are going to help me get back into shape as well as recover from some of those long runs. But there's also something in here. It's not what I have been waiting for like 2 years, but it's something very, very close. So let's go ahead and crack this thing on open and see what we have inside. Okay. What do we got here? We have a Flint and Tinder cotton bone button roper shirt. Ooh, this is something that's going to help me get back into shape, especially this time of the year. This is the, I forget exactly what it is called. It is the Proof Windbreaker. We'll get the full specs in a moment or two here. What do we got here? Ooh, the Sevens Sport Short. Now, this is something that I've actually kind of gotten a question on kind of recently. I have some bathing suits and running shorts from last season or 2 seasons ago that were made by Wellen, but Huckberry has recently revamped some of their product line, so all of the athletic stuff is now under the Proof banner, and I believe these Sevens, I think this is part of the Proof. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of go out of order here and just crack this open real quick here, but I think this is part of the, yes, this is the part of the Proof. So I think I'm going to compare A-B because I did give this person this advice. I said I'm pretty sure that all of those Wellen swimsuits and running shorts are now basically the same thing, just under the Proof banner. So I requested a pair of the Proof running shorts so I can compare them to the ones I already have with the Wellen branding and see if they are the same. But, you know, initial inspection, these do feel and look like, yeah, they even have the cell phone pocket there. I don't remember if it was on both legs or just the right. Yeah, it's just on the right. But these feel like they are the same shorts. We have the same zipper pockets, the same spots. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I will do an A-B comparison, but I'm 99% sure that these Proof are the same as the Wellen, just rebranded because they revamped the product lines and all the sporting wear has gone under the Proof banner now. So we will definitely compare that to my old one suit to see if I gave that guy the correct advice. Okay, we also have a bone button Western shirt here. Love Western shirts, love these pearloid bone snaps. Just an amazing looking, fantastic shirt. What do we got here? This is the Airweave Performance shirt. Again, I think I had one of these last season, or one of the other performance shirts. I had, again, under, I believe, that Wellen name, so I want to see if it's the same thing under the Proof banner. But this is something that I have been waiting for a very long time, and we're going to save that as a little bit more suspense. And then we have last item in the box, which is the Recovery shoes. Because after this last New York City Marathon, I'm definitely getting older, and even without a back injury, I certainly feel a lot of everything that I do. So my feet, they were barking and I could have certainly used some recovery shoes to wear, not only directly after, but probably for a couple of days after. So I'm going to try these Kane, what are they called? The Kane, I just said it. Is it just called the Kane Revive AC? They looked kind of cool. I've been eyeballing these since I got the first email about them. So we're going to go ahead and also test these out to see how these are going to feel after my feet pound some of that pavement for a couple of miles. But now, let's get into the quick breakdowns and the test fits of everything that is inside of this box. And we'll start right here with the one that I was kind of holding a bit of suspense for. Now this is the brand new Flint & Tinder dry wax trucker jacket. Oh wow, yeah, that is a dry feeling. Now I believe this has the same silhouette. Yes, it has the same silhouette as the trucker. It does have a bit of a shiny look to it. That's I wasn't expecting the shiny look. I was expecting it to have, I don't want to get it wrong, it's not like shiny, like it's not super bright and shiny, but I expect it to actually look just a little bit duller than it does, but it feels nice. Now they do say you can actually machine wash this. I don't know how true that is. We may have to test that out though to find out, but there's probably care instructions inside here. But if I read the email correctly, it said you can actually machine wash this because it's dry wax. This is made with British Millerain instead of the Martexan sailcloth. So this is actually UK made materials, where the regular wax trucker jacket is made with Martexan. It's Martexan sailcloth. So it's actually made and waxed in New Jersey, and then it's cut and sewn in Los Angeles. But this one is not Martexan. This is British Millerain, and again, it has the same overall aesthetic as the original wax trucker jacket, so that is pretty rad. Now the Flint & Tinder dry wax trucker jacket comes in at $198 USD. It is available in dark olive, dark blue, or seen here in the fatigue green. Now once again, this is a dry wax canvas jacket, but also this is an unlined version, so you have no liner at all. So this will be a very good jacket for the springtime and early fall season. They say this is a crisp, dry hand feel that bucks the traditional wax jacket texture, and yes, I can agree with that. It definitely has a very dry feeling. This is not my first dry wax canvas jacket, but this is most certainly the driest feeling out of all of them. This does not feel as if it is waxed at all. It simply feels like a brand new canvas jacket. It is made from the British Millerain Ranger 6 dry wax that is part of their Tech Wax line. It has all of the standard appointments that you have come to know and love from the other versions of the Flint & Tinder waxed trucker jacket. A single left chest pocket, Flint & Tinder branded shank buttons, and epaulets across the back. And putting it on for the first time, the fit and feel does match that of the flannel lined wax trucker that I wear quite frequently. One thing I will notice, you could probably hear it as I'm talking, it is quite loud. It's actually a bit stiffer than I had anticipated, but I'm pretty sure with a little bit of wear, this will actually break in quite quickly. And not only will that silence the jacket quite a bit, I think it's also going to break the material in, and it's going to actually feel quite soft, because again, this does not feel as though it is a wax jacket at all. I have had other dry wax jackets, other British Millerain Tech Wax dry wax jackets, and they did not feel this dry. And yeah, it does not feel at all like a wax jacket, but it has that overall aesthetic of the original flannel line wax trucker. So if you were afraid of that shed, which I know a lot of people ask me questions about how much wax will shed, this might be the jacket for you. It is an unlined version, so you're not going to be able to wear it as deeply into the fall or as early into the spring as you would the flannel line wax trucker version, but this is going to be a good jacket to wear in the early spring. And I'm going to go ahead and guess, because it is dry, although it is still wax, it's not going to breathe great as an untreated canvas, but I'm going to guess this will probably breathe a little bit better than a standard wet wax jacket. And the reason I was so excited about this is because years ago, Huckberry did do an unlined waxed trucker version that had a few different appointments, and I really, really liked that jacket, and I kind of wanted another one because I might have grown out of that one, so I was really, really hoping that they would come back with it. I actually tried to buy one on eBay, but I lost out on that sale. But now I have the dry wax version, and this feels pretty awesome, and I cannot wait to check this thing out and put it into rotation. This is the new Proof running Windshell, and ooh, this feels nice. I really like the feeling of this. And it's kind of loud. You might not hear me talking so well, but that's okay. Okay, all right. Ooh, it's packable. There's our little thing. We have a dual-sided zipper in our left front pocket, so it is packable. Oh, I really like this. This feels nice. Now, the Proof running Windshell comes in at $188 USD. It is available in Golf Green, Dark Earth, or seen here in Cobalt Blue. It's available in sizes extra small to 2XL. Now, the body of the jacket is made from 97% micro ripstop nylon and 3% spandex. The side panels and back vent mesh are 90% polyester and 10% spandex, and this is made in Indonesia. Now, this does have 3 vents across the back and 2 under each armpit, so this is going to help you vent that heat. So if you are someone like me that hates the cold, but once you start going and get worked up, you run real hot, you are certainly going to appreciate some vents to get some of that excess heat out of your jacket. And trying the jacket on for the first time, the fit, feel, and finish, this is really nice. It's pretty much what I have come to expect from Proof. Now, I am also noticing that there are pull tabs along the bottom of the jacket so you can cinch it in at the waist to get less wind coming up your back, as well as a pull tab at the back of the hood to help cinch that around your head if you happen to be running in some very inclement weather. Now, I do really like this Cobalt Blue, and I really liked the Golf Green color, and I do personally run usually at about 4:30 in the morning, so it's usually dark outside, so I like to run in brighter colors. So the Dark Earth wouldn't necessarily work for me, but if you're running, say, on the trails or in the middle of the day, wearing a darker color isn't going to make a difference. But me, I like to be visible. I don't see a lot of traffic out there, but yes, I do run early in the morning, and I know those people are not necessarily fully awake or paying attention, so the brighter I can be, the better. And I went with the Cobalt Blue just because I'm not a golfer, so I didn't want Golf Green, but I really like this color. The fit and feel of it is working out really well for me. I am test fitting it now over a button-down shirt, but in the early spring and late fall, I will be wearing this with not just a t-shirt underneath. I will have one of my winter running layers underneath. I will wear something like this when it gets pretty cold. I don't like to run in sweatshirts, so I will wear layers of winter running gear underneath this, using this as my windbreak. So this is giving me a good idea of how much room I will have underneath it to layer in the colder months. And I don't think it's overly big or bulky for being a size large. I think I can cinch this in with the waist cinches and make it fit me pretty good if I am just wearing this over a t-shirt. But yeah, I am digging this. This feels really nice. I like the material. It doesn't feel coarse or anything like that. It feels good on the bare skin. So as I'm moving and running and this is rubbing on my arms, it's not going to irritate me at all. I think this is going to be a really good fabric to have while I'm putting in those miles. And then sticking with the Proof runner theme, we'll go ahead and take a look at these shorts just a little bit closer here. So we do have 2 pockets on the front, and we also have a zipper stash pocket on the side. I usually throw like my house key in here when I'm running. And then across the back, we do have 1 zipper pocket. I usually throw a couple of running gels back here because it's a bigger pocket, so I will toss a couple of gels in there. And yeah, looking at them, again, I will AB these to my old pair of Wills, but these look to be pretty much the same shorts, just under a different branding. We do have the liner inside with a cell phone pocket on the right leg. So we have the spandex running shorts underneath, the compression shorts. I believe I did check earlier, there wasn't, or at least I didn't see one. Okay, so we don't. We only have the cell phone pocket on the right leg, but they feel really nice. Now, the Proof 7s Sport Short lined come in at $88 USD, and they are available in both a 5 and a 7-inch inseam. These are are the 7-inch, seen here in the Sycamore Camo colorway. They are available in sizes extra small through XXL. They feature the super soft AC liner with all-day cooling and hidden cell phone pocket, and if this is the same again as my old version, these will be incredibly comfortable to wear when you're putting the miles. I have done long runs in my old pair, and they were completely fine. I had no rubbing, no chafing, and that back zipper pocket allowed me to carry a couple of extra running gels in there that I couldn't fit on my running belt. Now, the outer shell of these are a nylon ripstop with a 4-way stretch that is comprised of 85% nylon and 15% spandex. The liner is 88% freezing nylon and 12% spandex, and these are made in Vietnam. Now, since we are in the running game, let's take a look at these. Now, these are the Huckberry Kane collab recovery shoe. Now, these pretty interesting. Okay, so I've never had a full-on recovery shoe. I have actually a super cheap, like $6 or $7 pair of flip-flops that I got from Walmart. I actually bought them on vacation because my flip-flops I wore broke and I needed a pair, and I ran into Walmart and bought them. But they're so incredibly soft that I was wearing them after my runs to kind of give me a bit of a recovery shoe. Now, they're so soft, they're not great to wear for more than, like, half hour, maybe an hour. You can't really walk a lot or a long distance in them because they're so soft. You just kind of squish them down, but they're really soft and they felt good on my feet when I got done running. So that's the closest I ever got to recovery shoes. Usually I get done, I just walk around barefoot and do whatever I got to do. I cram my feet into shoes if I have to, and I never really thought about it until this year. I started having some issues, like my feet were really hurting me for an extended period of time, and then I just happened to put those flip-flops on one day and I'm like, oh, these feel a little bit better. But this season, I think it's going to be even worse. So when I saw these, I was going back and forth if I wanted to give them a shot. And I decided, you know what? You need to know if they're going to work out well as a recovery shoe. So I'm going to bite the bullet, guys, and I'm going to get an actual pair of recovery shoes and see how these work. Now, they do have this neoprene cuff here, which I had actually put a picture of these up some time ago in the post sections of the YouTube page, and someone said, watch out for that neoprene cuff. That might actually lock in some of that heat that you're trying to vent, and your feet might end up sweating a lot more inside these. And I said, that is a valid point. Something that I will consider. So that's something that I am going to keep an eye out for when I finally get to testing these, when I can finally run again, hopefully in about 2 weeks. I'm really, fingers crossed. I can mostly move around now, so I'm hoping in 2 weeks' time, I'm hoping by next week I'm pretty much not feeling any pain. Gonna give it an extra week to make sure everything's healed up before I start punishing my body. But these, I'm thinking, are gonna be a really good addition to post-running days, because it's getting harder and harder the older I get. Now, the Huckberry Kane Revive AC recovery shoe comes in at $125 USD. It comes in the Huckberry only exclusive color of Deep Ocean and Cedar. It comes in whole sizes from 7 up to 14. Mine are a size 9. The shoes are made from a bio-based closed cell restorative foam, and they are made in Brazil. So maybe that commenter was wrong, and these are not a neoprene cuff, but some sort of bio-based cuff. Now, I will say, trying them on for the first time, they are not as squishy as I had thought they would be, but they do have grooves or something on the bottom. I did not actually look before I slid my feet into them, and they feel pretty good on the toes. It feels almost as if they're massaging me a little bit. And they do have some very nice arch support that is in the exact position I need it. For me, I will say, sometimes my running shoes, the arch support feels like it's back a little bit too far in the shoe, and they are quite uncomfortable to wear until you really break them in and kind of mash it down. But the arch support in these feels like they are right where I need it to be, and that is going to be something I will certainly need after I get back from a long run. Once you put, 13 to 20 miles on your feet, something like this that has some good support and feels like it might give me some massage on those toes, and probably will give me some squish once they break in. They are brand new. This is probably going to be something very, very comforting for my feet after I get done running and my dogs are barking. While we're still on the activewear, let's check out the Airweave shirt. Oh, I forgot I got this cool. I forget what this this pattern's called. We'll see in a minute when I get to the specs, but this is the the Airweave, the Proof Airweave shirt. Oh, this does feel really, really nice. I like this. Now, these could go either way. These are made, you can wear this as a casual shirt, but you can also get active in this. I mean, I can run in this. I could throw down some summertime miles in this. This would be something that I could honestly see myself running in if I go to the beach, because I do run when I'm at the beach, and then I jump into the ocean, which is an amazing feeling when you run down the boardwalk, or run back on the beach, and then when you get back to your hotel, you just pop off your sweaty shoes, your sweaty shirt, and you just jump right to the beach. That is quite an amazing feeling. Now, the Proof Airweave Performance shirt comes in at $98 USD. It is available in 5 different color options. This here is the dark olive spaced cactus print, and I love it. It is available in sizes extra small to 3XL. Now, Huckberry does say the Airweave Performance button-down shirt is made from one of the lightest, airiest fabrics on Earth and is perforated for airflow. This shirt is our go-to when temperatures hit over 80 and has a soft polyester base, doesn't feel techy, and is designed to wick moisture, dry quickly, and stretch 4 ways to move with you throughout the day. Now, putting the shirt on and wearing it for the very first time, it does feel very, very similar to my Wellen Airweave Performance shirt. Again, I am pretty sure that it is the same basic shirt, rebranded in the Proof name and just given some new colors that were updated for the new season, but there's only one way to find out to A/B this with my old version, because I did give that guy that advice, so I have to double check and do my due diligence to make sure I wasn't lying to him. And if I was, whoever you are, dude, I am sorry. But it feels great, it's fitting great, and even though it's not 80 plus degrees here right now, this feels like a very comfortable shirt to wear inside, because yeah, it's warming up out there, and they still have the heat on in here, and it is warm as hell, so it does feel pretty good to have this on right now. And when it finally does hit 80 plus, which we will see a lot of this year, I think this is going to be one of my go-to shirts, especially with this pattern. This cactus pattern just looks awesome. Really, really digging this pattern. The shirt feels good, it's fitting good, and I love this pattern. Now we're gonna get into the casual shirts for the springtime. Ooh, that is nice. And I've said this many, many times. Western shirts are my favorite shirts. They are the best shirts, and they would be the only shirts I would wear if I had enough of them to only wear these. And I just really love this. Now, this is like a flannel material, but it is a lightweight, so this is going to be something that will be very, very nice for this time of the year. End of winter, early spring. It is the beginning of March here, so we will start to see some 60, they're calling for nearly 70 degrees next week days, but we're also going to see some 20 degree days, and we had some flurries a day or two ago. So this is going to be a good layer to wear this time of the year. It's not too heavy when the temperatures do rise in the afternoon, and it's not too light that you're still going to be able to wear this comfortably when it's in the mid to high 20s outside, even if you got a few flurries flying. Now, the Flint and Tinder cotton western shirt comes in at $118 USD. It is available in 7 different colorways, seen here in the blue duo shadow plaid, which is a pretty rad color. Now, the shirt is 100% cotton. It is made using cow bone button snap hardware that is awesome, and probably my favorite snap closures out of pretty much all of the western shirts that I own. Flint and Tinder just killed it with these buttons. And this would be the lighter, more versatile brother to the Flint and Tinder bone button western shirt, because it is a little bit lighter weight. It's going to be a little bit more airy, and again, it's going to be a good transitional shirt this time of year when you're going to be seeing temperatures for anywhere from the mid to high 20s all the way up to nearly 70 degrees. If it gets a little warm, you just simply unpop the cuffs, roll your sleeves, and vent yourself a little bit there, and you can keep on wearing this probably until the mid 70s, and then you probably want to shed this for something that's going to be a little bit lighter or a short sleeve version. But did I say that was the big brother to something? Right here we have one of my all-time favorite shirts, the Flint and Tinder bone button western shirt. I haven't had one of these in a couple of years, so I felt I needed to check it out and see if the quality was still up to par of what it used to be, because this was one of my all-time favorite shirts. I got it in a different finish this time, and immediately touching and feeling it, it feels just like my old shirt. It's been a couple years, and I know that they change some of these garments after a while, because some of the garments that Huckberry makes, some of the product lines, they only make them for a season, then they make something different. This is something that they have been making for several seasons, at least as long as I have been working with Huckberry. So I wanted to circle back to something that I have already had to see if it's still on par with the one that I have for years, that I've come to know and come to love and know the quality of. So immediately just touching it, it feels just like my old version. Like buttons, they have good snap to them. They don't have any of that like loose that'll just pop. They have a really good snap to them. The weight feels really good. Now this is a little bit heavier than the cotton version that I just took a look at, but this is also going to be good this time of the year, because even though we are again going to see some very big temperature swings from like a 50-degree temperature swing, basically from like the mid-20s all the way up to like nearly 70, if not 70 degrees, this is going to be a layer that I can wear still, because I have done that with my old one. I'll just pop the cuffs and roll the sleeves, and I can wear this up until probably comfortably around that like low 70-degree temperature. This shirt would work out really, really well. Now the Flint and Tinder bone button Western shirt comes in at $158 USD. It is available in light wash, black, stone wash, and seen here in the medium wash. Now the shirt is made from 8.25 ounce 100% cotton, and it is made in the US of A. And trying this thing on, yeah, it just certainly feels like my old version, like an old friend. It fits good, it's feeling good. I'm really loving the overall comfort of this shirt, the style of this. This was one of the first shirts that I got from Huckberry, and I loved it then, and I love it now. And again, I just wanted to circle back. I had to make sure the shirt was still made the same way it was made when I got my first one a couple of years ago, because I do wear the hell out of that shirt. Even though I might be getting a little bit too big for it, I still wear it, and hopefully next season I can fit back into it after I get back in shape throughout this summer. But yeah, it feels just like the original one the first time I got it. It feels great. So yeah, if you see that old video, it's still accurate, I can tell you right now, without even having to test wear this, but we are certainly going to put this through its paces and do a full review, and again, compare it to the old version to make sure that it will hold up and wear just as good as the old version. So there we go. I've got a pile of stuff to work through for my springtime reviews. All of this stuff looks awesome. All of this stuff feels awesome. I can't wait to actually put it into rotation and test it and let you know if everything is worth your hard-earned money. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Smash that big red button and ring that bell right next to it so you get notifications the next time I post a brand new video. Good night.